The death toll on the rise in Dominica following Hurricane Maria, and in sport reinforces the abandonment of the second ODI between England and the West Indies. I'm Ricardo Roberts and this is Caribbean in 10 for Thursday, September 21st. I'll be back with the details after the break.
In the world of culinary competitions, there is one event that is taking food and making it a sport. This ultimate food fight brings together professional chefs, home cooks, foodies.
Homemade manigons every holiday.
Tutti a tavola a mangiare.
We're going to definitely get in there a lot earlier this time. That's the plan anyway. Hopefully we can stick to it.
Close the gates!
Pageantry, I believe, is an opportunity where young women are able to inspire other young women, and I believe that this is an important platform that we can use in order to show young women of today that beauty is not just face deep, it is much more than that. It is intelligence.
The death toll in Dominica is rising, and those who have survived Hurricane Maria are now in survival mode. That's according to a spokesman for the office of the Prime Minister, Charles Jong, who says at least 14 people were killed and many more are missing. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit surveyed the damage himself yesterday. This morning, he was transported to Antigua by helicopter and is expected to appear live on ABS television to provide an update about the situation in the Eastern Caribbean island, which was directly hit by Maria on Monday night. And of course, stay tuned to Carib Vision after Caribbean in 10 when we join ABS television to carry Skerrit's address live. Hurricane Maria has left Puerto Rico facing the possibility of being without power for as long as the next half year. Residents were still grappling with intense rain today when CEO of the Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority, Ricardo Ramos, announced that the entire electricity system has basically been destroyed, and the blackout on the island of almost 3.4 million people may continue for another 4 to 6 months. Puerto Rico Governor Ricardo Rosselló said Maria is the most devastating storm to hit the island this century, if not in modern history. Downpours continued in mountainous areas today, which means flooding could be exacerbated. The entire island is under a flash flood warning. And in the U.S. Virgin Islands, residents have been instructed to remain indoors. Governor Kenneth Mapp today announced a 24-hour curfew on St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John and Water Island. It will stay in place until further notice. One of the hardest hit islands was St. Croix, where homes were seriously damaged or destroyed and communication lines were knocked out. Maria also brought heavy rainfall to the Dominican Republic and is now heading toward the Turks and Caicos Islands as a Category 3 hurricane with maximum sustained winds near 150 miles per hour. At 11 a.m., it was 105 miles east-northeast of Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic and 155 miles southeast of Grand Turk Island and moving toward the northwest at near 9 miles per hour. It's forecast that the eye of Maria will continue to pass offshore of the northern coast of the Dominican Republic today and then move near or just east of the Turks and Caicos Islands and southeastern Bahamas tonight and tomorrow. The United States says it stands in solidarity with the people of Dominica and all those across the Caribbean region affected by Hurricane Maria. U.S. Department of State spokesman or spokesperson Heather Nord says they are ready to work with their international partners to provide immediate disaster relief. Meanwhile, New York City will be helping hurricane victims across the Caribbean by sending 27 members of the New York Police Department and the Fire Department of New York to assist in the recovery efforts. Mayor Bill de Blasio says the team has already left for Puerto Rico and elsewhere in the region. Guyana's President David Granger has suggested that his country's land space could be gift to the Caribbean people in the wake of devastation caused by recent hurricanes.
We are the largest CARICOM state, and we have to consider our land space as being the hinterland of the Caribbean. We have to sit down and speak to other Caribbean states to see how this gift maybe could utilize to give the people in the Caribbean a better life in the wake of these disasters.
A government team led by Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu and Minister of Citizenship Winston Felix is assessing the needs of Guyanese in the islands recently battered by Hurricane Irma, including St. Martin, the British Virgin Islands, and Antigua, where the sister island Barbuda has been rendered uninhabitable and all citizens evacuated. Some 84 persons in the Caribbean and the mainland United States were killed by Hurricane Irma.
We are concerned about Guyanese nationals and, of course, the plight of other Caribbean persons, but mainly Guyanese nationals who want to come back home, students on scholarship, people who've been injured, documentation, citizenship, passports, ID cards, and all that.
Guyana's intervention to help Caribbean states affected by hurricanes is being coordinated through the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency.
And we send a special thanks to Neil Marks and Newsroom Guyana for that report. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
Wow. So we've got your glaze over here.
Yeah, so the last touch of the cake is a glaze made with cane sugar, Mayat's rum, water, and walnuts, which I'm just going to add to the cake, garnish with a hibiscus flower.
Beautiful. We were over at Foxy's a few weeks ago, and Jamila, Foxy's daughter, has a juice bar over there, and she makes the most amazing hibiscus juice.
I heard about it. I did, yeah, I heard about it.
So good.
This ornate wrought iron fence proved almost fatal to an 11-year-old mixed breed terrier. He tried to leap over it and didn't make it, becoming impaled in the process. Local firefighters and hospital workers arrived quickly on the scene and freed the animal, cutting a 3-by-2 foot section of the fence with the dog attached. Now they need to get the injured pooch to the veterinary hospital quickly.
Persistent rain has forced the abandonment of the second one-day international between England and West Indies at Trent Bridge. England had reached 21 without loss after 2.2 overs after being sent in today. Now, the West Indies during the series opener underperformed in all departments in Tuesday's opening game at Old Trafford, crashing to a 7-wicket defeat to fall 1-0 behind and leaving themselves with a mountain to climb to get back into the series. The defeat at Old Trafford confirmed the Windies' fate of having to go through a 10-team qualifying tournament next year involving ICC affiliates in order to qualify for the 2019 World Cup in England. The only hosts, along with the remaining top 7 teams in the ICC ranking by September 30, gained direct qualification to the event. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.
Bahamas, and of course it's our understanding that the hurricane will go up to mainland United States. So our thoughts and prayers are with this island.